First pitch, 638.
Middle and safe to go at, and it was a good swing, but didn't get it.
Aaron Higgins is the crew chief. He's at first base tonight, and across the way at third, Reed Bassner. This one put in play to deep left, and Bishop on the warning track. Steve, you would have had a field day with it.
Yeah, how dare you call that strike? Challenge, please.
And this lineup is festooned with dangerous hitters. He's batting .255 at big power numbers, 22 homers, 81 runs batted in, second most ribbies in the PCL. And on one big bounce, he gets it to VR, who there's a strike to Smith. And so 2-1. Smith playing in his 50th game with Reno, batting .297, 9 home runs, 33 runs batted in. This one to left center field. World Series. You know, it made for an interesting dynamic with that organization because you go from
Right.
in 2021, just to kind of put the cherry on top of that, as Alexander lifts one into right field, a base hit. So Blaze Alexander off the end of the bat flares one the opposite way, and he has the first hit of the ball game in Giants. But obviously you get lucky in a lot of those games that could go one way or another, and before you know it, you have 107. The Giants didn't make the playoffs. Interesting times in the NL West.
Kind of stuff. I do think it's a very unifying thing to do, and but Alan, he could not speak more highly of Kai Wei. I think he even called him like a really sweet big teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Yeah.
Well, he has a comebacker to handle here, goes to second for one, and Walton will not hazard the throw to first.
Wrestling Wei Teng for the food, but
text him.
That's a large man. We were in the clubhouse earlier and had a chance to talk with him a second. And he's a big dude, man. This guy is 260.
Oh, they picked off Barossa at first base. What a great move by Tang to first. And
Casino, where sky's the limit.
Top of the third inning, no score. Both the starters have faced the minimum. Kai Teng gave up a hit in the second, but got a pickoff to end the inning as Matt Beatty strikes the first pitch into right field for a base hit here in the top of the third. Beatty, we mentioned a River Cat a season ago briefly, and also a Giant. He played in 30 games with Sacramento last year. Split time between the Giants. For a second, we're talking about him before we went to break. Had a chance to talk with him for a while. We were in El Paso, and you might recall if you follow the River Cats, the Giants, one or the other, as this is line to right, but right at McRae, who makes the catch. Sparingly that he was getting in there, and he said he was just delighted to be back in AAA because he knew that he was going to be playing every day. He could wake up, go through his routine. He had a monster series in El Paso. I think he had 5 home runs able to do up there.
There's no question about it. I think one of the greatest things in my career that helped me is Stan Wozniak. They call him
at bats in the big leagues. You might get on the 40-man roster somewhere. Doesn't mean you're going to play every day if you have that utility label. And I'm so glad for Fitzgerald that he's shed that. That's going to get you as a jack of all trades and a master of none. So it's kind of two different schools of thought. Clinching hit for the Cubs. It was 2016. This is launched out to left center field, but Meckler is back, and Meckler makes the catch. The runners will tag the lead runner, ECL Player of the Month in the month of May. He only hit .359 in May with 17 extra base hits. This is cranked out to right, and McRae does not even give it a courtesy chase. That one's over the bullpen and onto the hill. It's a 2-out, 3-run homer for Del Castillo, his 24th of the year. And Adrian Del Castillo, we mentioned putting up MVP caliber numbers in the PCL this season, blasts off with 2 outs and with 1 swing gives the Aces a 3-0 lead.
Wow. I know we use the term crush had coming off the bat right away. As soon as it left the bat, it was gone.
Kyle Garlick takes the next pitch to center field. Meckler inching back, squared up, makes the catch. That ends the inning, but before that pitch, for Tang, it's been I mean, what a crazy year, making his major league debut, going through struggles.
Put too much of it on you and it wears on you, so you got to just kind of take it as it comes.
Into right center field and a base hit. That pitch hung up there, and Smith might. Now Alexander. Alexander joined the Aces on the 4th of July. We were in Reno, played 58 games with the Diamondbacks to begin the season, and that was his first time in the big leagues. That pitch was a strike on the corner. Wow. This is way up there, back of the middle of the infield. Walton gives way to Wilson, and Wilson makes the catch.
Shadows. Then they hit the ball a mile high, and it's in the sunlight, and then it comes down into the shadows again. Like, wow, it's not easy.
For sure in the Giants dugout where I just ducked and prayed.
Yep. Says what, 5'5", whatever? No, he's no 5'5".
I thought it was like 5'7".
So he's probably 5'5", but listed at 5'7".
He's 5'3". He's 5'4", 5'5" with his spikes on.
Well, I love that we're asking each other these and we can find out.
And they had lots of, Dustin Pedroia, who we all love from Woodland.
Smaller.
Yeah, and I thought I saw one on him that was 5. I'll tell you one thing.
He can play.
He can flat out hit. He's a great player. I looked at Zach and I said, watch it.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Mike's
good
hot.
one, Zach.
Really tall. For
I'm
a guy
super tall.
Played,
I'm 6'4".
But you wish. But for Al,
you can do everything.
Well, if you want to talk about small and mighty, just quick Olympics. Simone Biles, 4'8", and she gets.
She's 4'8".
12 feet in the air. As long as they don't throw it like 50. He's good at other things, we all have our strengths.
Getting a head start is Smith, and that pitch just missed, and Sable does not initiate a challenge. So Beatty works a walk. 2 on, 2 out, and Sergio Alcantara coming up. Alcantara fly to right his only other time, and this is where you talk about Kaiway digging deep. He gave up that 3-run homer with 2 outs last inning, and Dave Brundage is going to go and get him out of the game right